Hello, Elly here from Thankful Flow Yoga. Thank you for joining me for day 5 of our 30 days of yoga series. So on day 4 we did a lovely guided meditation, and we're back today on day 5 for a more energizing vinyasa flow. So as always, I'm going to give plenty of options throughout. This is an all levels practice, so modifying, taking a break whenever you need to, always listening to your body. So we're going to start the class by getting straight into it today, coming into your standing position on your mat. And inhale, reach both arms up to the ceiling, draw your belly in. As you exhale, send the left arm out in front, reach that right arm back. Send your gaze over the right fingertips. Inhale, reach the arms back up to center. Exhale, take it over to the other side. So right fingertips reaching out in front, left fingertips reaching back. Sending your gaze over the left fingers. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, hands through to heart center and Jali Mudra. Well done. So I want you to just bring some awareness into the feet here, grounding into the feet. See if you can just lift your toes away from the ground and spread them out, then bring them back down. So we want to be grounding into the four corners of your feet. So nice and spread, strong connection to earth. Inhale, we reach the fingertips up to the sky, so coming into our Surya Namaskar A, Sun Salutation A. Exhale, hinge from the hips, we fold forwards. Bend your legs as much as you need to. Inhale, lift your chest, lengthen the spine, halfway lift. Exhale, float the hands down to the mat, step the feet back to plank. We're going to pause here, fingers nice and spread, shoulders above the wrists. Center line of energy through the body. See if you can take a bit of a lift up through the shoulders here, and remember, drop your knees if you need to modify. Exhale, we're all going to drop our knees down, keep the elbows tucked in towards the body, lower down to your chest. If you want to come straight through into your upward dog, you absolutely can. Otherwise, we're going to inhale, roll your shoulders back, peel your chest away from the mat, cobra. Exhale, release the chest back down to the earth. Press the hands into the mat. On the exhale, sending your hips up to the sky to downward facing dog. Breathing here in your first downward facing dog of the practice. Just remember, in your downward dog, you can keep some bend through the legs if you need to. And in some ways it's better to have a bend through the legs, but really get that lift and length through the spine, pressing the mat away with your hands, than to be locking the legs straight, but finding that you're not really able to get that length through the spine. So just checking in with your alignment here. Breathing. Inhale, gaze comes between the hands, step the feet in, lift the chest, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the fingertips up to the sky, grow the spine tall. Exhale, hands come through to heart center. And we go again. So inhale, reach those fingertips up, lifting the ribs away from the hips, starting to build some energy into the body. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your legs as much as you need to. Inhale, lift the chest, lengthen the spine, halfway lift. Down to the mat, step or jump it back and flow through your chaturanga. So you're either going to do the modified version, drop the knees down and then inhale into a cobra, or you're going to inhale into your upward facing dog and then exhale into your downward facing dog, lifting the hips to the sky. Checking in with the body, noticing how the body's feeling today, noticing any aches or pains, any restrictions, any areas that feel good. Just remember there's no right or wrong with this, or good or bad. Seeing what you can observe and then accepting. Being aware and then accepting whatever's there. Inhale, send your gaze between the hands. Step or jump the feet in. Lift the chest, lengthen the spine, halfway lift. So hands could be on the mat, but they equally could be on the shins or the thighs, and you can keep a bend in the legs if you need to. The main thing is lengthening your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach the hands up to the sky, lift up and out from the waist. Exhale, hands float through to heart center. Now coming into our Surya Namaskar B. So yes, we are building the energy today, but please keep listening to your body, okay? Taking a break whenever you need to. So inhale, sit the hips back, Utkatasana, squeezing the thighs in together. Belly's coming away from the thighs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift your chest, lengthen the spine, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Step or jump your feet back to plank. Work through your chaturanga. Inhaling, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhaling back to your downward facing dog. Breathing here. Inhale, we sweep the right foot through between the hands. Back heels down, reach the fingertips up. Warrior one. Lifting up and out from the waist. Flow the hands down, interlace the fingers behind the back. If that's too strong, you could just be reaching your fingertips back. Inhale here, lift the crown of the head to the ceiling. Exhale, we fold forward, so finding that humble warrior. So if it feels good to come all the way down, you can drop that head down. Shoulders coming to the inside of that right leg. But if you're higher up, that's okay too. Work where you need to be today. Inhale, lift the chest. Come back to your warrior two position now. So opening out to warrior two. Sinking into that right leg a little. Breathing here, gaze over the right fingertips. And then I want you to step your back foot in. Grounding into your right foot, you're going to grab a block. Or you can bring your hands straight down to the mat if that's in your practice, and find your Ardha Chandrasana, your half moon pose. So hands coming to the block, left fingertips reaching up towards the ceiling. Breathing here. Now starting to float the hands back down to frame that front foot, step it back to plank. We flow through our vinyasa, so inhaling, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale back to your downward facing dog. Hips lifting. We move on to the other side. So inhale, step the left foot through between the hands, back heel comes down, reach the hands up to the sky, hips are shining forwards, warrior one. Lifting up and out from the waist. Float the hands down, interlace the fingers behind the back, open across the chest. Inhale, lift the ribs away from the hips. Exhale, forward fold. Humble warrior. Keep pressing the feet down and away into the mat to help stabilize. Inhale, lift the chest, lengthen the spine, come back to center. Release the hands, open out to your warrior two. Sending your gaze over the left fingertips, relaxing the shoulders, pressing the feet down and away into the mat. Step that right foot in to help stabilize. Grab your block if you're working with a block. So you're bringing your weight into the left leg and whoop, coming down for your Ardha Chandrasana, your half moon pose. So remember, you can take a child's pose at any time if you need to. Maybe playing with taking your gaze up to the ceiling. Well done. Coming away, stepping back to plank, feeling that heat in the body. And we'll move through our vinyasa, inhaling, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale back to your downward facing dog. Notice any warmth, heat, fire within the body. Notice that energy. Exhale, drop your knees down to the mat here. So coming into an all fours position on your mat. And we're going to slide this right leg, bringing your right foot to the outside of the hand. So finding a low lizard position here. So you can either stay up on the hands, or you can come down to the forearms if that feels good too. Staying with your breaths. And walking the foot in so that it's between the hands. So remember, you can have your hands on blocks here to support you. Sometimes nice to have the hands on blocks in your lunge to give you that bit of support. We're going to inhale here. Take the hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra. Just check in that that front knee's aligned with the ankle. Inhale, lift up and out from the waist. See if you can take a twist to the right. Either working here, or maybe you can hook this left elbow on the right thigh. Press the palms of the hands together and look up to the ceiling. Belly's drawing away from the thigh. Well done. Coming back to center. Bring your hands back down. Slide your right leg back so you're back in all fours. We move on to the other side. So left foot comes to the outside of the hands, finding our lizard. Again, you could pop your hands on some blocks here to give you a little bit more space. And either staying higher up, or if it feels good to you, you can come down to the elbows. Taking any movement that feels good here. Natural, if there's a natural kind of bit of movement or sway that you want to take, then taking that. And then we're walking this foot back in between the hands, coming back towards the center line of the body. Either staying here if you want that support, or you're going to inhale, lift the chest, hands come to Anjali Mudra. So now getting ready to find the twist. So first we inhale, make space, lift the ribs away from the hips. Exhale, twist to the left. Maybe staying upright, or take the hook. So right elbow hooks on left thigh, palms of the hands press together, belly comes away from the thigh, looking up towards the ceiling. Breathing here. with control, come back to center, plant the hands down, tuck under that back foot, and lift your left leg back, come into your downward facing dog. Or you could take a child's pose. So moving quite fluidly today in this practice. So just observing what comes up for you in this type of flow. Knowing that whatever you've shown up for and done today in your practice, even if that was staying in child's pose the whole practice, as long as you've listened to what you've needed today and honoured your body, then you've shown up for yourself. And that's what the practice of yoga is all about. It's about connecting to what you need, turning the gaze inwards. It's not about doing every single pose in a class or doing every single option that's available. It's about connecting with yourself on your mat, being present. Inhale, send the gaze between the hands. You can step or jump the feet in. Lift the chest, lengthen the spine, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Finishing off our Surya Namaskar B. We're going to sit the hips back, find that Utkatasana. Inhale, belly's coming away from the thighs. Exhale, come back to Tadasana, hands to the sky, lift your ribs away from your hips. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forwards, bend the legs as much as you need to. Inhale, lift the chest, lengthen the spine, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come down to the mat, step the feet back to plank. Drop the knees down so that you're in a tabletop position here. Knees down to the mat. And lower the chest down, so now we're lying on our belly. And we're going to bring the arms to the side of the body here. I want you to bend the legs in. And you're going to either, if your hands can come to the feet, then you're going to bring the hands to the feet. If that's not accessible for you, you're going to just have the legs bent and the arms by the side. And on your inhale, we're lifting the chest. Maybe you're just lifting the arms away from the mat, maybe seeing if you can lift the legs as well, so you're in this bow shape. Or if your hands can meet the feet, you're going to take your bow pose here, pressing the feet into the hands back into the feet. Breathing, try and keep the legs parallel. So notice if they're trying to flare out at all here, just try and keep them nice and parallel. Breathing, relaxing the face as much as you can. Well done, and release. Let everything come down to the mat. You can rest your head on your hands, let the elbows come out to the side, close the eyes here, or take a steady gaze and relax the body. And take a deep inhale through the nose, breathing into the belly. And on your exhales, I want you to imagine just letting go here of anything that's not serving you. Releasing it from the body, from the mind, whatever that is for you today. And taking a gentle shift with the hips from side to side. And then we're going to start to press the hands into the mat. Just lift yourself back to a comfortable seated position. And we'll bring the palms of the hands together here in your Anjali Mudra position. And then just reach the fingertips down to connect with the earth. To close off our practice and honour being in this present moment, right here, right now. Thank you so much for joining me for this Energising Vinyasa flow. I really hope you enjoyed this practice, and please do comment and feedback to me on how you're getting on. Link below to the other things that I offer, my online membership where there's on-demand yoga flows, and lots of other things. So do take a look at that. Do subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. It's completely free, and I can't wait to see you again for another flow very soon. Bye bye.